Hi, my name is Itia, and I wanted to check in with you to see if you are feeling disenchanted with the job or career that you're in, and you are not really feeling potentially where you're living right now. Are you feeling concerned about whether the timing is right to make a change in your career or in your profession or where you're living, especially during this pandemic? Are you feeling like you need to make some kind of change? You don't exactly have clarity on what you want that change to be, but you know you're ready for something different. And are you still potentially in research mode, thinking that there is a change that you want to make, but you haven't actually committed to making that change? I want to share 5 quick ways with you to help you get off the fence and step into being able to live a more fulfilled and aligned life. But quickly, I wanted to tell you a little bit about me. So in 2015, I hit my breaking point of just being disenchanted with my career and where I was living, and just feeling unsettled and lacking a sense of direction. I departed from, or wanted to depart from, this kind of a American norm of what it was to kind of attain what I thought would be kind of the American dream, so to speak. And I attained that and still was feeling really quite unsettled. And so I kind of lacked the enjoyment in my life and just really felt like I was going through the motions. And so it spurred me to take an unpaid leave of absence and pretty much book a one-way ticket out of America. I wasn't exactly sure where I was heading, but I knew that it was time to go. So after traveling solo for 8 months in 23 countries on 3 continents, I landed in Australia, where I still live. And people consider that, to me to be brave to do such a move. But really, I was so unhappy with my unknown that I was willing to take a leap into the unknown. And I know that I could have, come back if it didn't work out. So what was the outcome? Look, not only do I love where I live, but it also strengthened my confidence to just tackle almost anything. And I figured out that I could sort myself out pretty quickly, no matter where I landed in new surroundings. I enhanced my social skills and met awesome people along the way on the road, who I'm still really close to. I learned to be in the here and the now, and I really was so much less stressed and in awe of what the world had to offer. I transitioned industries, I started my own business, and I was really enabled, I guess, to enjoy working again. My relationships with my family strengthened, and family and friends as well. I pretty much found a loving relationship, all these things that I was struggling to do when I was living in a state of being that I really wasn't enjoying. And if some of these are things that you want to experience for yourself, here's 5 things to start off with that could help you get closer to a more fulfilled and aligned life. First off is deciding what you want, or if you aren't clear on that, at least figuring out what you don't want. So having, some time to yourself, whether that's journaling, meditating, being a bit just more clear in that space, I'd say it would be the first step. Second is kind of really reflecting on what is holding you back from achieving what it is that you want. And just sit there. Is that something that you've tried before and you weren't successful at? Really just kind of try to get to the heart of that. And third thing is to pick a time frame. Are you trying to make a location change abroad or what have you, or a professional change in 6 months, a year, 2 years? Being clear on that time frame will just help you give that motivation and get you clear as to how hard you have to work and how quickly. And then the fourth I'd say is to think about what is it that you can equip yourself with, whether that's research, whether that's putting yourself in a circle of people who are supportive. What can you surround yourself with, both information-wise and people-wise, to be able to help you get to where you want to be? I'd say then the fifth one is actually just make that decision and commit. whether that's a location or professional change. Even if you're not exactly clear on what you want that change to be, the commitment that you want to make that change is the first step in that. So just to recap, is what do you want or what don't you want? What's holding you back from achieving that? Is there, what's the time frame that you want to achieve that in? What can you equip yourself with, and who can you surround yourself with? And making that decision to commit. All right, take care.